what needs to happen in the workforce to transition and what needs to happen in the industrial landscape to transition. Participation in your workforce and ownership of businesses.
Thank you. Adrian, happy Africa Day to you.
Happy Africa Day to you.
And it actually took me 3 hours to drive 45 kilometers this morning. I actually just did a count when you asked the question earlier.
Yeah.
In terms of the PPC staff that is here. It's actually in excess of 55% women, right? But that's not it. What is more interesting amongst the ladies that are here, there's 3 of them that are executive assistants to myself, Roland, Mukate, the CFO. They are in this room. And the idea is basically that they, should we call it fast-tracked, to actually realize what I do, what Roland does, so that they can at least launch themselves into their organization and be able to make a difference. So they've got an unfair advantage. I think, you know, we were talking about all these things about decarbonization and the fact that the environmental issues. And one of the things about our continent, there is the level of thinking, is it fair to say to us, forget about the economy for a while and think about the environment? And my thoughts is, yeah, is it economy first, environment first? But actually, if you look at Africa, we are a very blessed continent. We have the resources. If you think when we talk solar, we've got it available here. So we've got the resources that we can use to take us to the requirements of the future that takes recognition of the fact that we need to mind the environment as we progress our economies. But one of the most important resources that we have in the continent is people. And amongst those people is also the fact of the gender recognition. So it is actually not a matter of choice, it's an imperative that we need to say, when we develop that resource, people, in our continent, Mukate and all the other speakers were talking about innovation. One of the things that is limiting the continent from moving forward in terms of taking advantage of the resources that we have and innovating to actually put us there, whether it's biomass or solar or any of the renewables, is the fact that we do not have the skills. So in terms of the continent, what we need to be focusing on, we can't actually focus on just men and training the young males. We need to look and understand that it's not about the gender, it's about the brain. I think Michelle mentioned that.
Yeah.
And put a lot more investment in that, because if we leave behind part of who we are and the resource that we have, we're not going to be able to see Africa progress as a continent.